Oh, we're live.
We're live.
Broadcasting now.
We are live. Uh-oh. Is it real?
Right?
Looks like it. How y'all doing?
You're doing fantastic.
Doing all right. Doing all right.
You know, it doesn't, we need to wait for our special guests. Did you open the doors? They should be coming in now.
Yes.
I'm hoping.
Doors are open.
Doors are open. We are live. Let's see who's coming in. So we got Destiny. Hello, Destiny. Just going to let you all know that there is a chat available. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat, or maybe you want to say hi to us and make us feel good about ourselves. My name is Mike. We got Zach. We got Debbie. Clearly, our names are under our picture, so you should know who we are. And then we have the mystery woman, Susan.
And we're also streaming this live on Facebook, so if you see me looking over here, it's following comments on Facebook. I'm playing double duty.
I'm on the interwebs, y'all. Well, I want to welcome everybody. They told me I had to talk, so I guess I'm going to talk. But I want to welcome everyone here to our soft launch webinar for affiliates. So what are we doing here? Anybody know? I really don't know. Here's the background. In case you guys did not know, I opened my first online store in 1999. Just grab a hold of that one for a second. 1999. That was like 20 years ago, and my wife and I were talking about it the other day, and she goes, "What was that? Your first pyramid scheme?" Right? So really, I had to tell her, no, that was an actual online store. I was selling vitamins. I was wholesaling vitamins from China, like any good American does. And I was distributing them on the interwebs. And let me tell you what a joke that was. It was hard. So needless to say, I've been in this game for a long time. I've been in the Google Ads platform, if you will. It's gone through a few name changes, but I've been on that for 20 years. I've been on the Facebook ads platform since we were doing flyers. So it's about 10 or 11 years. Those were awful. And I've been through the whole evolution of sales funnels as a way to mimic direct mail campaigns and direct response. But point is, Zach, Susan, myself, Debbie, we've been in this game for a long time. When we say things like we have 20 years of experience, we're not saying we have 20 years combined experience. I have 20 years of experience. I know Zach has probably just as many.
Between Sue and I, we've got about as much as you.
Point is, we've been around the block for a long time. Debbie has followed us for a while, and she's a great student of what we do. We don't know it all. We're learning as we go. But what we've noticed that there's a need in the marketplace that is not being met. All of you that are here, you're marketers. You understand the struggle. You know the noise that we have to get through, and you have to really get the attention of everyone around you. And here's what's really here's where my heart is, so you can understand who I am and why I'm doing this and why we're about to show you what we're about to show you, because I've gotten pushback from people in the agency space. Zach and I and Debbie are partnered up, and we're, in a sense, we are an agency. Zach and I operate under an agency name. We bring Debbie in to help, and, she's going to fall under that umbrella, and she just doesn't realize it yet. But we're all together in this. We all have the desire to help small businesses. We have the desire to help networkers and marketers and things like that. I'm going to apologize right now. I am on a hotspot, and I just got the notification that my internet is unstable. So if I get garbled up, Zach will just take over. So just want to let you know, if I start getting herky-jerky, Zach, just jump in there and let me know, and I'll stop. Yep. So anyway, small businesses. Zach and I would put together packages to help businesses build their exposure. We all know that if you're not on social media, to the current generation of buyers, to the generation that has the majority of the money in our economy, if you're not on social media, to them, you do not exist. Your radio ads, your TV ads, your print ads, your billboards, none of that's working anymore. It has some impact, okay? It does have some impact. But if they can't communicate with you via social media, you don't exist. So I live in a small town. I actually, okay, let me rephrase that. I live in Oklahoma City Metro. We are a metropolitan area of about 1.2 million people. But I live in a town called Moore. It is a little suburb of about 60,000 people, but there are probably 5,000 businesses in our commerce center. And they're all fighting for the attention of the same people. And quite honestly, the ones that are social are the ones that are winning. So that's what I started to tackle. Zach started to tackle. We started to go after this together. And we were helping them build offers, lead pages, emailing lists, messenger lists, Facebook pages. Debbie would come behind and manage social media and put together a comprehensive package to help these people get their stuff out there. Because of the number of people and the amount of time it took, services started charging $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, some cases $5,000 a month. And most businesses cannot handle that up front. Now, we could go in and do it for $500, which we have done, and then we shortchange ourselves, and then we can't do it. But the point is, there was a need that needed to be met. What we do, honestly, is not that hard. Once you've seen how it's done, once you've seen the big picture, it's not hard. So we set out to make a course that meets that need. Now, I know there's a lot of courses out there. Zach and I have seen them. I know Debbie has seen them. And the thing is, they just kind of give you a light dusting of information. They give you some ideas of what to do, but they don't necessarily tell you exactly what it is that you need to do.
Yeah, I'm going to chime in here, Mike. A lot that I've seen in the space and all the different courses that I've gone through and trainings I've been to and so forth and so on, what most of the people in the space do is they tell you what you need, but they don't tell you necessarily how to do it or how to implement or how to take action upon what you need. They tell you you need the A, B, C, D, E, F. Good luck is
right.
What I've seen in a lot of places. You don't get the nitty gritty down to, the granular stuff, the smaller stuff, the very specific things that can stack percentages in your favor. And that's really what it's all about, is stacking as many small percentages in your favor as you can, in going through different deals, offers, pages, so forth and so on. So many of them, in looking at them, you can see just a couple little tweaks that can enhance the overall production of it if they would implement those things. And often case, that's even just to a social media presence. Every entrepreneur, business owner knows they need to be on social media and have a social media presence, but they don't necessarily know how or what and to do all that. And a lot of times they take a wide shotgun approach out of the gate instead of focusing in on one or two platforms and building an engaged following on one and then work on another one, build that foundational piece. So that's kind of what some of the stuff that goes into the course that we're going to show you here momentarily. So.
Yeah. And there was a time before, about a year and a half ago, Zach and I were working with a couple of guys that I bet some of y'all watching live or listening later probably know. And we saw that same issue. Like, people would pay $1,000 to $3,000 to go to an event and get an outline, but no substance. And we said, they were smart and they said, hey, let's fill that need. And we started doing implementation events, small, intimate gatherings of marketers and business owners. And we would meet up for a weekend someplace, convenient to a group of people in that area. The problem was we were limited. They took a lot of time. They were expensive. Everyone had to travel from different parts of the country to get there. And then it was really intense for a day or two. Really intense period of implementing. And it was exhausting. And it was inefficient. So I have basically, I started with outlining everything that goes into launching a successful campaign. And not like someone like you need this page, you need a funnel, you need this ad, and you're good to go. That's what you get from a lot of the other course creators out there. And I'm going to share my screen just to give you an idea of the depth of this course that we're running. We're all good on the screen?
As soon as it's going to let me hit this make host button.
Because it shows I'm sharing.
Yep, I can see your screen now.
Okay. So this is where I'm building it from. It'll look just like this, except it won't have this here. It won't have this Kartra thing. This is the platform that we've built our course in. But as you can see already that there are multiple tabs in this menu. And as anyone who comes into this course, they're going to systematically be dripped this content. They're not going to see it when they first go in because we want them to go through the process. This is indeed a linear process. This isn't something you come and jump in the middle and say, oh, I just need this skill or that skill. This is a total package. And it's meant to take time to go through because what we do as a team wasn't something we went to a training for and we're good with. This is years of collective experience combined into one course. So anyone who comes in, they're going to get our welcome. We're going to, we'll walk them through what's going to happen in here. And then the actual meat of the course, fundamentals, setting up a Facebook page, managing a page, setting up a business manager, setting up an ad account. What is a pixel? Setting it up, setting up Google AdWords, setting up YouTube, setting up Instagram, connecting platforms. And then because you have all of these platforms, native posting versus third-party tools. Then we go a little deeper. We talk about content strategies, tools that we use, groups and subgroups, how to cross-post and collaborate, community management, recruiting moderators, graphic design, video creation, 5 keys to ranking YouTube. And that goes in hand with the fundamental of setting up a YouTube account. Then we get into advanced skills, which are not necessarily online driven, but just good practice that we have learned over the years running businesses. Branding online versus traditional branding, creating a bond, addressing complaints, handling negative feedback, addressing negative reviews. We were talking about that earlier today before this started. And then handling the phone, the thank you economy, sales basics, converting leads, curating return customers, high ticket closing, and fostering loyalty. Audience building and targeting basics, all the things that I do inside of the ads manager that people find to be daunting. We're going to spell it out each layer at a time without trying to build, how to build an audience. Now, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about each phase of building an audience one by one. Ad basics, not just how to build an ad with an over-the-shoulder look, but every step and why we do it the way we do it.
Hey, Mike, before you dig into more, because I would imagine if someone's seeing this with new eyes, it could be overwhelming already. Mm-hmm. One thing I think we should touch on is on that bottom menu, the marketing calls and Zooms, and also the community aspect of this. Right. And then go back into the rest, because I would imagine it could be overwhelming to some.
Right. Well, that's one thing I want to point out is it is. What you have here is more content than you see in any course out there, and we're still adding to the blueprint. This is a live and organic thing. We are still adding to this. And that's why each section is going to drip over a course of a few days for the user. That way they don't come in and think, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? It's going to start them with fundamentals, and that's it. All these other things are going to be locked out except for the vaults.
Well, and I was going to say, even for someone like myself, and I've got 15 years in this business, there's a whole lot of information within this program that I have no clue how to do.
Right.
So I can't wait to be a student inside our own platform. Yep. So it's going to benefit, the person who has zero experience versus people who have years and years, because none of us, very few of us, there's probably a couple percentage, like Mike DeJohn and Zach, um, that have all of this experience.
I can't do everything on that's on here, you know.
But let me address the overwhelm, because at last count, I think it was 102 modules. How many times have you guys gotten into a course that had more than 20 modules? Probably never. We are really addressing everything here. Absolutely everything I can think of. And as things come up, I'm adding it. So,
and same here, Mike. And my mindset is to do it in as small a piece as possible.
mm-hmm.
You know, whether it's something like create a page, create a group, link a page to a group. That's 3 different modules.
Right.
So we're putting everything in those tiny bite size. So not only is it consumable at your convenience and your time frame, but if you only need to know one thing, you can find that one thing in a 2 to 5 minute video or whatever, a short video, as opposed to trying to remember what minute mark was that at in that hour and 47 minute Zoom. You know, it's a big waste of time.
Right. So addressing the overwhelm, there's a lot that goes on here. And even in our situation where we're working together, it takes a team to do what we do. And it may be the same situation for your customer that you sell this course to. It's going to be consumed by more than one person. So we want to break down basically the steps in live calls. So we're going to have weekly calls, and these are going to be released as the audience grows into this. But for instance, on Mondays, we'll go through some social media blueprint training where we'll go and talk about content strategies, curation, nurturing, bonding, and all the things, when you should post, how you should post, how often you should post. All of those things, we will address those because this platform changes frequently enough that we need to go on every week and talk about it. They may not be long calls, but we will be there to walk through it. Wednesdays will be a meaty call. That will be ad platform updates and Q&A, where you can come to me and ask your questions. I will probably be driving that particular call because I'm the one who's in the ad platform the most. And I will talk about the changes that we're seeing. I will talk about impending terms of service switches, different things to deal with the algorithm that everyone likes to talk about. And people will be able to hop on and get questions answered that they're getting stuck on. And we will stay on the call, or I will stay on the call as long as it takes to get it done. Fridays, we'll have a client hot seat and campaign review where you can submit, or your customers can submit their campaigns to us, and we will review them live in front of everybody, and we'll talk through it, and everybody will learn from that. And then on Sundays, we're going to be kind of relaxed and chill back or chill out, and we're going to just talk about general marketing, maybe some sales training, maybe some mindset training. We'll just keep it light on Sundays, and that's something that everybody can come to. It's not necessarily just for the people in the course, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's just for people that are enrolled in the course, where we will address all of your questions and answer everything that has to do with what's inside of this course, and even things that are outside that may have not been implemented inside the course yet. Also, another thing I'm going to talk about that's going to have great value is it's going to be our vault. We're going to put, because we are an active agency, because we're actively working with clients, I am going to start putting all of the funnels that I build, all the lead capture pages that I build for people inside of this course for all of the course members to use. If they have a Kartra account, they simply have to copy the share code and they get access to the whole thing. All the mechanics, everything, all they have to do is go in and change some stuff, which we will have modules on how to do. And, we're going to add swipe copy. We're going to take screenshots of ads that we're actually running, and we're going to share targeting. We're going to share copy, and that's all going to be inside of the vault for you to use. So you don't have to necessarily figure it all out. You have to learn the mechanics, and that's what all the other modules are going to do. But as far as the testing and figuring it out, we're going to provide that for all the members of the course. And then on top of that, because nobody can do this alone. we are building a closed Facebook group, a community for the people inside of the course. You know, when they sign up for the course and they ask to join the group, we're going to verify. We ask them some questions. We're going to verify their email, verify that they purchased the course, and then we're going to let them into the community where it's going to be full of business owners, other marketers, and people that are content creators for the course that are going to be there to answer questions. Our whole team will be present there answering your questions and making sure that the community is on the up and up. You can't beat that. Now, you know, most courses, I can't say most. I haven't seen one like this, so I can't really compare it. But what we are doing is we're going to offer this course for $97 a month. And you basically have access to our agency, where most of the services that you see in here are going to cost a couple $1,000s a month. So because we saw a lot of small businesses who simply could not handle or afford that level of service, we felt they could afford $100 a month and learn how to do this on their own and save thousands of dollars, thus increasing their bottom line. And as affiliates, we want to offer you guys the opportunity to market this product, get it out there, help your customers, help yourselves, and pay you guys a 25% commission. And if you have other partners that you're working with that want to do this too, bring them in and manage them, you know, as a JV broker for us, and you'll get a 10% override on what they sell. And then that same offer is open to them. And it just, you know, how it works. We're all marketers. We know how this works. But this course, as comprehensive as it is, this is more of an incentive to go talk to people about this. I'm going to bring up, I don't know, should I go there yet, Zach, or is there something you want to say?
Are you going to talk about the make 3 sales, get the product?
Talk about the other things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can save the make 3 sales and get this product for free for later, if you want, and talk about the other products.
I imagine everyone here is familiar with messenger bots. You've been on Facebook, you've run into a messenger bot, right? I mean, it's probably a fair assumption. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to find my window because I'm looking in the wrong browser. That'd probably help. So we've all heard of ManyChat probably. We've at least encountered it. It's a messenger bot. It allows you to reduce redundancies in your conversations by taking over the front end of your conversation, as you're seeing on that little demo there. You know, it's a messenger bot talking to your customer that's come to your page, or your client's page, or your friend with the restaurant. And you know, it's neat. But let me point something out that most people don't know about us. As of today, our agency has been listed as an agency partner with ManyChat because we show proficiency in this platform. We are also one step away from being listed as a messaging marketer expert on their platform, which there are currently only 6 of. So, what does that mean? It means when we tell you we know how to build a bot, we mean it. It's not just something that we're not a collection of schmucks that got a ManyChat account and put in a bot that pointed to a link. We engineer real conversations with people.
Mike, how many bots have you deployed?
I personally have deployed over 500 bots. A lot of them were basic, but I have probably well over 100 that are extremely complex in nature. And that's why we're at where we're at with ManyChat now, why we're recognized as one of their top producers. We have one of the busiest accounts and one of the largest subscriber bases. And guess what? Nobody knows that because we keep our productivity to ourselves. So with that being said, we have been creating bots, but we wanted to get a greater reach with them. So we have before when we hatched this idea, we were just going to let the course be the only offering for affiliates. But we've decided to open up our bot program for affiliates at the same commission rate of 25%. Now, as you can imagine, bots are not cheap, which means your commission is not small. The average market bearing on a messenger bot at the most basic level is $2,000. Because we have spent months testing these and templating them out and, making an efficient system to get them to work, and, they're proven already, we're selling them for $997. And let me tell you what, guys, it's an easy sale because you're not selling technology. You're not selling a fancy bot. You're selling them time. And for, when they can get something to handle their conversations for, an upfront of $1,000 or $997, and then a monthly renewal of $99.97 for us to manage it. They literally have an employee managing their messenger 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't call in sick. It doesn't complain. And it interacts exactly the way we tell it to, without ever changing its mind, without ever becoming complacent or reluctant. And here's what's even neater, and this is something you can take to your prospects. A majority of people, when interacting with a bot, are more honest and more apt to answer in a timely manner when they're talking to a bot. If they're talking to a human, they feel like they're being judged. When they're talking to an inanimate object that's responding based on triggers, people will be honest with it. And it's absolutely incredible. So you could have a prospect, for instance, that's a car salesman. And when you asking questions about their job, their income, their credit history, they're going to be honest with the bot. Whereas if they're talking to you personally, they're going to fudge their numbers because they want to look better. But when they're talking to the bot, they're honest. And we have bots out there for restaurants that show menus. I mean, it's fantastic what this technology is doing. And the reason it's getting the traction it gets is because people want an immediate response from the business. And not only do they want an immediate response, they want to feel like they're talking to the business. They don't want to just have a cold relationship. They want to have a warm, organic relationship with the business that they're giving money to. That's the shift in the market. And that leads me to the other things that we do. We have decided to open up our whole agency of services to our affiliates to allow them to make some extra money. Because you know what? You come into contact with these businesses as marketers, you have marketing friends, you have business owner friends, and you know they need all these things, but you don't know how to give that to them. So now we're going to give you the opportunity to be able to do that. Later this evening, I will be launching a product that will allow us to sell website development. We have connected with an expert, well-respected website and app developer who happens to actually live right behind me. Small world. But we're going to be implementing basic website design via WordPress for $29.97. Your commission is 25%. Do the math real quick on that.
Just to be clear, you mean $2,997, right?
$2,997.
Correct. Which is a good deal.
The market bears 3 to 10, depending on complexity. So we're right in line with that at $3,000. We're opening up our lead generation package that starts at $19.97, which includes ad support and offer deployment to generate leads for a business. We have basic ad services already available for $250, and that's really just that's a downsell product. I don't recommend it because it's really just we're going to run traffic to the content you already have on your page, and if their content's junk, garbage in, garbage out is what's going to happen. But it's available. Some people may just want some traffic running through their page, and maybe they want more likes. Whatever, we can do that. $297 a month. And that's available. So we got bots, ads.
Do-it-yourself course.
The do-it-yourself course, websites, and lead generation. And you know what? Let me turn that screen back on. Let me show you what I mean by our lead generation. I apologize. I get excited and forget things. So our lead generation is really a basic system of offer and response. We like to keep it as simple as possible, just basically to spur someone to action. So it's something like this. They're going to get a page branded for them that makes a very basic and simple offer that's easy to consume and understand, and given the option to take that offer. And in the process, we're collecting their information. Here's another one. This one's actually collecting a payment right up front. You know, a nutritional analysis or a consultation, $27. And, you know, they get taken to his calendar to book their appointment. Let's see, here's a video arcade in my neighborhood. Gaming is better with a friend. Buy one, get one half off admission. And you can play all the video games you want while they're open at night. And, you know, get my coupon. What's happening through this whole process is that we're collecting their information. And say this restaurant here, Los Tacos, say they're having a slow day. We hit their list with the secondary offer, and guess what? People show up. This is the power of lead generation today. This is what what's wrapped up in the 1997 package. And, you know, this, like I said, it includes running traffic to it as well. So those are just a few of the products, and this is going to develop as Zach and I feel more confident about releasing these into the field to be sold. We're going to make them available for you, and the commission will always be 25%. Just to give you an idea of numbers, an agency I was working with before, it wasn't unusual for us to bring in 10 or 15 new clients in a month with one salesperson. So there's a lot of potential here, guys. So I'll stop. I'll let Zach take over before I go on too long.
Yeah, I mean, in the interest of keeping it short, our aim is to provide value to the small business owner at prices they can afford, where it makes sense. Obviously, the higher end packages are a little bit harder for some to swallow. That's why we decided to do the do-it-yourself course, which that's really just launching now. But there's, from the affiliate side of things for you guys, it's an upsell, downsell situation. If they're balking at the pricing for whatever the higher end stuff is, go to the lower end, to the 97. And obviously, as you can see, just on what is already mapped out, Mike, what did you say, 102 modules?
102 as of right now.
And that's probably not everything I have on the list sitting next to me here.
No, I haven't even included yours.
So there you go. It's going to be well over 100 modules that they can digest at their own pace. Tie that in with the weekly calls and the community. That is an unbeatable value. So that's about it. So I guess let's Sue, you want to chime in, or Debbie?
What about our incentives?
What's that, Sue? No brainer.
Everyone wins. That's what we're focused on, is empowering everyone to win and help the small business.
How about an incentive?
I like incentives.
Oh, that's right. I told him we were going to tell him about something. You were going to tell him about something.
This course, well, I'm proud of this course. It's my life's work. And I threw Zach's work in there. We're going to put his life work in there. We're going to find our ClickFunnels guy and get some of his life work in here. Here's the thing. We will all benefit from this course. I learned from Zach. I learned from Debbie. They learned from me. We all learn from each other. And we want you all to benefit from this as well. So any affiliate that brings us in 3 sales of anything, any level, 3 sales of anything, we're going to let you into the course for life. You're going to have access to it. It's going to help you. You will be able to, it's much easier to sell something when you're inside of it using it anyway. So we want to give you that incentive to come in and learn. You know, why not just give it to you right up front? Well, because we pay for the bandwidth on this thing. So we let a whole bunch of people in. It's going to cost us a lot more and we won't be able to support it. So support it with a little productivity. Support it with a little effort. 3 sales of the course, 3 bots. I don't care what it is. 3 sales of anything that come into Bullseye Marketing System from you, we're going to automatically give you access to the course. And then, you know, sky's the limit. So here's the thing. A launch webinar. It's going to have demos and slide deck and all that fancy stuff for you guys to start loading up. Okay? I don't have it set up yet, but we are going to have that ready. I started working on it before this webinar. I was hoping to have it done, but my internet's really slow right now, so I couldn't get it finished. But Zach is going to set up a launch webinar for us. We were thinking, what, Wednesday was it?
I believe Wednesday.
Wednesday at the what
date?
time do we want to do it on Wednesday?
Wednesday is the 5th
Yeah, Wednesday the
6th.
or 6th.
it is. Yeah, Wednesday the 6th, and I say we do the same time. It's fine by me. The same time as today's, which was started at 3 Central.
Let me
And
check my
as you
calendar.
guys know, unless we mess up, we're recording all of this stuff. So we will send these out to people who are registered for the webinars. Just as an FYI, if you can't make it for whatever reason, we understand. You know, everybody's got busy schedules.
So here's the thing. It's open. You can sell it now. You know, get your affiliate link. Where is that, Zach? Was it a funnel?
Yeah,
to
we
the
need
affiliate
to
link?
kind of do a little short video on how to find the affiliate link.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make one. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and what I was going to say too about this program too, I wanted to add it earlier, but I was like on permanent mute, so I was just like, yep, I agree. But this training is not like a bait and switch. I think a lot of trainings that are out there, like say, okay, well, I'm going to teach you X, Y, and Z, and they get right there to like the icing on the cake, and oh, you've got to buy something else. And I think that's real important for affiliates to understand that this training is giving them literally everything and leaves nothing left to have to purchase.
So here's the affiliate sign up link. If Debbie brought you here, then you need to go to her affiliate sign up link. And she
Yeah,
will
if
get that
anyone
to-
else brought you here,
yeah.
go to their link. If
Yeah,
it was
if
me,
it was-
Mike, or Stu, that's the link to use.
Use that one if it was yeah. Sue, Zach, or myself, go to the link there in the chat. If you don't, if you're watching this after the fact, we'll have that link in the comments in the live video stream. Zach, maybe you can actually put that in there now and pin it to the top. But that's to the course affiliate program, and I can add the other courses or the other products to you if you want them, or I believe you can actually go in and request to access them as well. But that's the link to the course, and once you get your link approved, you can start selling this. You don't have to bring anybody to the launch webinar. You can start selling this now. The fundamentals are in place, which is the first portion that they get anyway. All the rest will drip over time, and we're going to keep adding to it. This is, as Zach likes to call it, this is our pressure test. We're going to make sure the whole system works, because this is new to all of us, and we've been part of launches before that have gone sour, and we want to make sure that we are testing this properly. This is why we're starting with a small handful of you guys, and we'll communicate on commissions payouts. We're not sure specifically how that's going to look, because we've only had one commission to pay out yet, and we haven't hit the payment milestone for her yet. So as we figure those things out, we're going to walk you through setting up your affiliate accounts. We'll have a video on how to set up your payment gateway so that we can actually pay you. I would recommend just doing PayPal. It's quicker. And in some cases, we can do instant payments through PayPal once we've run a few sales through here. So I just want those expectations up front. We'll communicate with you. If there's going to be a hiccup, we're going to let you know. But do know that we've got your back on this. We're here to support you. If you have a prospect with questions, we are available to talk to. This is where our focus is getting this course out to the masses, getting the bots out to the masses, because that is a big thing right now. And the sooner a business has a bot working for them, the better their social media presence is going to get just by default, because Facebook loves the idea. So,
well, and one of the things too, Mike, that I wanted you to answer, I know that if people do not have bots and they are not active in their response time, doesn't that really severely hurt their page?
Yes, it really affects the edge rank pretty dramatically. It almost mutes their channel. Not to mention there's a big nasty thing that lets everyone know it takes you forever to respond. Whereas when you have a bot, you get this bright green icon that lights up that says replies within seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in that category, then your page is more readily available to your target audience.
Okay.
Anything else, Zach?
No, I was just getting that link over to the Facebook Live. And I don't know, did it mess up the audio for you guys, or was that just on my end?
That's probably just on your end.
Okay.
I seem to be okay over here.
I had the audio from you guys talking and the Facebook Live, which there's a delay. So I had the echo going. But
Gotcha.
I think we are good to go. Anybody has any questions, you know where to find any and all of us on the Facebook.
The Facebook. I remember when it was called that.
Yeah, how about it?
Back in the
So,
day.
all right, guys. Y'all are all awesome. We look forward to supporting you. I'm kind of excited about paying you. Never thought I'd say that, but let's help some businesses. Let's get some money into your pockets. Let's do that one thing we always say we're going to do as entrepreneurs and actually go out there and make a difference and help the world.
Yep. Action takers win. Do the thing.
All right, Zach, you're in charge. You can close it.
All right. Stop and live stream, stop and recording, and